Ordinarily, I would not have spoken because the statements I make are very clear and explicit. Very, very clear and explicit. But I heard that fellow who calls himself about Benin talk. If you had not spoken, I would not have had time to reply people who are beneath me. He himself is beneath me. I'm going to give historical facts how this fellow about Benin is beneath me. You see, when you talk, people will say you are being a little bit arrogant. It's not arrogance in stating the facts. Benin Empire is a 419 Benin Kingdom, in quote. It's a 419 entity, striving in lies and 419.
It's becoming clear that Asari Dokubu is on a mission, and at this point, we need to call him to order. Whilst we cannot deny the fact that the Jaws are maybe amongst the oldest tribes in the Niger Delta and even in Nigeria, as it were, we can also not deny that the Kingdom of Benin or the Benin Empire at some point emerged powerfully in the inland state of Nigeria and had some level of influence in business and other relationships with other regions, other empires, other communities and kingdoms around in that region at the time. So, whilst the Ijaws would boast that they are amongst the oldest, you cannot deny the fact that the Benin's have got influence over this region. And this is not even the conversation. I'm a bit worried that Said Dokubo has decided now to make it even more personal, attacking the river of Benin. And at this time, we need to call Tinubu to call his dog to order. Again, Tinubu should call his dog to order because this hippopotamus cannot insult a people and do not expect that there will be reactions. I don't know what he's planning to do. Like I said in the previous video addressing his first video when he said the next battleground will be Edo State, we did say clearly that if you've got issues, and I agree that there will be intercommunal, there will be relationship, there will be several issues, economic and several issues, but there will always be a way, a potent, resolvable solution mechanism to solving the problems or to mediating to the problems. But throwing tantrums from where he is, and like he has done now to the river of Benin, then there is something that needs to be said. However, in that regard, I'm also worried that the Edo State government and the puppets who sings the praise of the government and those that use the Oba's image and brand to selling their political campaign and image and rose to power have kept quiet in the face of all of these abuses that have been coming. I watched keenly. It was independent Benin voices like you and I that spoke against them. No special advisor, special assistant, SSA, or people on the payroll of the government spoke against Asari Dokubo. So it means that it's an in-house team. You guys are aware that Asari Dokubo is working for Bola Tinubu, and of course, let me not say the Oba Bini. The palace of the Oba Bini had said at some point that it was the ancestors. See, it is at this point sometimes you want to abandon this fight and say, oh yeah, now two family they fight more than settle, because a lot of things have been wrong in recent time. But of course, I will be doing a disservice to my family and my community if I don't speak up. But a lot of things have been wrong in recent times, and I hope we use this moment as sober reflection to correct the so many things that we have done wrong. We've messed a whole lot of things, and I was disappointed at some point, and it's just that again, I come from a family of very strong values. I still have people in my family that will call me to say, almost say, hey, that's my Benin name. Hey, or Severio. My mom can call me at any time. I remember my mom calling me one day to say, I do not want to hear your voice on this and this matter. And even if she's my personal responsibility, I would always honor her. If not, there were a lot of things that were wrong at the time that we needed to address. But now this is where it has led us to. And we have allowed people like Asari Dokubo to taking advantage of this, and is now throwing tantrums to a kingdom whose years of influence. What are you talking about? 1443. It is a Portuguese man that had endorsement from Portugal and Spain that has now created the picture. He said it is on record that the first ever black man to speak foreign language, it's the Obaesigi. And then you said that, oh, your record is also showing that. And that is not even the point. And I'm not even here to debate civilizations or influence or historical perspective and all that. I'm worried that Asari Dokubo has chosen to insulting a people and their king because of whatever he thinks he wants to do. This is getting really, really messy, and I hope we're able to curtail it right now. So let's warn Asari Dokubo that it is time to stop. It is time to stop, and hopefully he gets to listen, because if he doesn't, this will snowball into something not so palatable, and it will not be nice. I agree. I do not have all of the facts to all of the issues surrounding the Gelegele seaport area, the riverine area, and all of that. But all of this can be sorted on a roundtable conversation. And I hope that whether it's the Minister of Regional Development, whether it's the NDDC or the South Development Commission or the APC government, as it were, they should get on board and resolve this. I want to see. I've also been reached by a few persons. I think the banker community, I've seen a few of the times where there are people have reached out to me, complain of marginalization and all of that. So I think there should be conversations in such a way that everybody should have expression in our nowadays society. But to think that this is the way to solving a problem, I disagree. Have a nice day.
That fellow who calls himself Oba of Benin, you see, I told you that this person is not supposed to be, I don't know how to describe him, very uncultured, very irresponsible human being. There are a lot of adjectives in using to qualify this guy. So that fellow that calls himself Oba of Benin, in as much as this guy trying to, analyze this whole thing, it is very, very wrong of Asari Dokubu to be talking anyhow. Disrespect, war and marginalization is wrong in all aspects of society. Let's be honest and act to bring growth and peace to humanity. Ordinary governance, we never even do that one. How this and I want, now they won't even handle very well. You may not even be all correct, but you have spoken well. What will be the name of this movie where Asari won at I won't know? The same Asari Dokubu that don't have integrity. Tomorrow now you come and be telling you nonsense. The same man that forced Nnamdi Kanu, to a standstill. Today he will be with Biafra. Tomorrow is not a hip hop. Tomorrow is Igbo. Tomorrow is not Igbo. Is that the kind of person one needs to take seriously? It's just constant confusion. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people who are following it. Somebody who was saying that, the Benin people cannot win Ijaw people when it comes to fight because he doesn't need to come out. Some people said, because of his stature, he cannot even fight, he cannot do this. And somebody said, he doesn't need to come out by himself. All he needs to do is just to command his entourage, and that is it. And you see people are still following this kind of person who still believe in his ideology. What causes a lot of problem in this Obodo Nigeria is a self-esteem. You see somebody a non-entity coming out because of a small influence or small cash that he made in a crude manner. People begin to hail them. People begin to worship them. No self-esteem. I don't think it is all about poverty at all. It's not all about poverty. Well, that Asari is king too. You should know. So put respect to king of way. Who crowned him? Is it not this clowns that crowned him as well? What is really happening with this man? Why so much disrespect to Oba of Benin? Did Oba of Benin tell him anything? Una take this man as God. Not take as God. Even ordinary person. Who made this one king? Ordinary person. This guy called Asari Dokubo is uncultured. It's really uncultured. It is the internet. People now hide in their house to make videos and upload. They are using him for distraction. I am full-blooded Ijaw guy, but I love you, bro. Your analysis are unbiased. God bless you. So, guys, you have heard a lot of gibberish coming out from this guy. There are many ways to buy a rat without shedding his brother. Ways to put things, and you will see get the desired results, and everybody will be happy. But Asari Dokubo, no. The same way he was dancing up and down with Tinubu. Tinubu is this today, tomorrow. All of a sudden, he will go back to Fubara to Wike. That kind of person.